Ladies and gentlemen, I don't got too much energy left. I know I look like shit. I know the lighting shit. I know there ain't gonna be cuts in this video and it ain't gonna be all pretty. But it's gonna be passionate and I'm hoping to make it short and sweet. I've been sick for about 48 hours. I've only slept 2 of them. And I just happened to be upstairs cuddling with my dog when a congressional debate of all things was live streaming on YouTube now. Obviously, I don't usually watch those, but I decided to turn this one on and I was disgusted by what I came across. Now, all y'all know the story of why we're here, man. Donald Trump sent out an order to assassinate an Iranian general. The Iranian general wants to kick all of our troops out of Iran. Donald Trump says we will retaliate against any retaliation, and he doesn't care about proportion. Now, there's a few theories, couple public, one of my own, that I'd like to share with you of why this happened before I get into the reason why I'm so upset. The first theory is that Donald Trump, which I heard exactly from the Republican representative of the House who was speaking in the debate today from Texas, I don't know his name, man. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, Donald Trump told me there was an imminent attack to bomb our U.S. embassy. Now, there wasn't evidence that he presented. There wasn't anything other than the fact that he said, I don't need, and he even said this, I don't need further proof than the president telling me that. So, the second theory is that Donald Trump, and a lot of people are theorizing that he's trying to pull an FDR, go to war so he can maintain a second term because we're in conflict at the time. Like FDR had 3 terms instead of 2 because of World War II. So, maybe it was World War One. Either way, it doesn't. That's besides the point. And then my personal theory, and I think it's actually the most likely theory, is that what y'all don't realize is Donald Trump is smarter than most of us, man. Donald Trump is a marketing genius. See, for about a month, man, all we've talked about is Donald Trump getting impeached, slandering his brand. Donald Trump's not a person; he's a brand. Remember that. So, while we've been slandering him over impeachment this whole time, that makes him losing. Negativity is not losing. Negativity and positivity drive influence. Not necessarily results, but influence. But when you're going to get impeached, removed from a position of power, that turns into losing. So I feel like Donald Trump decided to assassinate the Iranian general to take his brand from losing back to that polarizing figure that he is. So, now that we got the little backstory and some theories, what was this whole debate about? It was called a War Powers Resolution. And from my understanding, it was an added layer of protection to not let Donald Trump send us to war. The Republican side said that if we do it, Donald Trump will lose all bargaining chips that we have. And the Democratic side said, essentially, we don't trust Donald Trump. My defense, however, is simple. I took U.S. history. I had a great U.S. history teacher. Last time that I checked, Congress votes for us to go to war. Yes, the president is our commander-in-chief, but there's checks and balances in our whole system. And at the end of the day, Congress decides if we go to war. So I don't understand why we need an added layer of protection to prevent us from going to war if that's not what we want to do. So now that the debate's out of the way, now that we understand everything that's going on, I'm going to talk about who I'm actually mad at. And you could think I would say Trump. You'd think I would say Congress and the government that I've fucking looked at and discussed for the past, 15 of the 20 years of my life as soon as I could start understanding the world. But no. See, I'm disgusted at America. Americans, to be specific. Not America, not the American dream, but I'm disgusted at all the people watching this video, a lot of them, who make up America. Y'all disgust me. And a lot of y'all won't want to hear this, and a lot of y'all bitch at me and complain because how dare I? What do I know, right? I figured. But at the end of the day, I think you need to hear this because it's the truth. Everyone says we need to be unified. Everyone from Congress to the people. And the sad part is what they don't understand is unification isn't swaying 50% of the people to your side. It's taking 50% from one side and 50% from the other side and making a compromise to make everybody happy. What our founding fathers built our entire country on, if you didn't know, compromise. We got away from that. Now we want to be unified on a left or a right side, on a Republican or a Democrat side, on a red or a blue side. We want to be united. And yes, you see that heavily in Congress. They talk about their checks and balances over the president. What about our checks and balances? Did y'all forget we have power too? Last time I checked, instead of sitting in a comment section, this is what inspired me to make this video, with half the people typing in all caps, impeach, and the other half typing in Democrats only care about headlines or media or slandering Trump. It ain't even about the issue at hand. There ain't even discussions going on anymore. We just yell at each other and hope maybe between a screaming match someone will win. Listen, not all y'all are old enough for this, but most of y'all are. So y'all have been at a party or at a bar, two people get drunk as shit, they go out to the parking lot and start screaming at each other. You don't even know what the hell they're screaming at, why they're fighting. They were just cool. And they just keep screaming and screaming until they fight. And after it's all over, they're cool, and they're like, I don't even know what the fuck we was fighting about. They was just drunk. That's how I look at y'all right now. I look at half of America as one drunk, and the other half of America is the other drunk. And I'm trying to figure out what one's going to publicly urinate first. Y'all disgust me, bro. All I'm asking, as a citizen of this country, before I fucking walk out and just watch this place burn to the fucking ground, because that's where y'all are on pace to go, is like me and my group of friends. My group of friends who aren't just white privileged kids like me. I call myself white privileged because I know where I'm at in my life. I'm not ignorant. But I got broke black homies. I got homosexuals. I got vegan girls. I have homies going to the military. So you're like, oh, those are all liberal perspectives? What about my fucking I live in Colorado. 4 homies going, 2 to the Air Force, 2 to the Navy. Oh, do they not count? See, what I'm trying to tell you is we would get a hell of a lot farther if y'all put our differences at least somewhat to the side and can have an open-minded conversation and at least decide whether we can come up with a compromise or if we can agree to disagree. Because that's what me and my friends do all the time. We love to discuss this stuff. And we don't argue like two drunks, even when we are drunk. We are talking, work it out as human beings and find a middle ground that works for everybody. But when you decide to act like those angry drunks and fight, what you don't realize you're doing is you're leading... Forget about Iran for a second. You're leading us to a civil war. Donald Trump gets elected again? I don't think I'm putting up with it. I don't know about you. People going marching the streets with guns, bro. There ain't no MLK. I would love to do the next MLK. I would damn near try. Even though, I'm not him, obviously. I have the same name, which is kind of cool. But there ain't as many peaceful activists as there are Malcolm X's left in the world. There's so many more violent activists, like people who are ready to go to war, that if we get to that point, it's going to be civil war. It ain't going to be a like handshake and hug. A march on Capitol Hill and a debate. That ain't what this is going to be. That's what y'all don't see. That y'all arguing is dividing us. We look weak. So, what can we do about it, man? Truthfully speaking, it's going to take a huge effort. And what all y'all are going to say is the same thing, man. Well, they ain't going to do it, so why am I going to do it? Because if you don't, then they aren't. But if you do, maybe they will. We got to compromise, y'all. We got to come up with some solutions quick. Because I promise you one thing. If we don't, you know how the Congress, just if you watched it, talked about checking balances so our president can't send us straight to war? Last time I checked, there's a wonderful, wonderful amendment in our Constitution that allows the people of the United States of America to overthrow its United States government if it feels that it is not acting in its best interest. Currently, I don't think it is. So, America, get your shit together and get the fuck out, bro.